So in less than an hour, I will be the proud owner of this house behind me. This house is not the greatest by any means, but I plan on getting it to a good standard and livable for someone, because right now it's got cockroaches and it's not great, it's not pretty. But I'm on a time crunch because I do have to close on this in like less than an hour, and so we're gonna roll through here, check it out. Let's get into it. So it's got a little bit of a carport right here. It's got a friendly guard dog next door. So yeah, we do have some space for a garage in there. Outside siding here is going to be coming off, and we're going to be replacing it with some new siding. Same with the windows. They're all super old. Also, I did not notice this prior to getting the work scope put together, but there's a big crack in the stem wall. So that needs to be addressed, and I'm hoping that that does not put us over budget too much. There's not a ton of contingency here, so I'll go over the numbers here in a bit. Oh, I thought it was gonna be worse. There's been so many times that there were like a ton of cockroaches that just fell off the door. But I guess we've already started kind of putting this in different places. But yeah, it reeks in here. Does not smell great. This is what you see when you walk in the front door. And so my plan with the property is to reframe this section here, and that's a bedroom. Make this into a bedroom. So we have 2 bedrooms right here, and then we're gonna have a hallway going here, and then doors going to that. And then, yeah, we're just gonna reconfigure a little bit, open up this space, probably open this up so this is more open concept. Man, it stinks so bad in here. But gosh, I can barely breathe. Yeah, so making this more open concept. There is definitely like some subfloor issues going on, so need to address that, make this all level. Yeah, we're gonna drywall all of this, and yeah, isn't that fun? Ooh, gosh. Yeah, there's just roaches all over the place in there. It's just gross, man. I'm not much for interior design, but I do know where we need to be on values, and we definitely need this to be a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. So we have the 1 bath here. We have the 3rd bedroom over here. So yeah, and this is the other bedroom currently, so just a 2-bed. Someone's got a laptop? Dude, I really hope that we don't have squatters coming in and out of here. I do not think that laptop was there last time. I mean, there's a window open in that other room, so we're gonna have to secure this property here. I just wanted to come by before closing because I just don't want any unexpected surprises, so we're gonna have to start securing the premises here. All right, let me go around back and show you guys that. Pretty overgrown in this section, so need a decent amount of landscaping, and then honestly just a lot of junk removal as well. A lot of this stuff is gonna fill up dumpsters quick back here, but it is a decently sized backyard once we can get a lot of this stuff hauled off, thrown off. So yeah, on this one, I mean, our electric meter looks fine. We do have AC or window AC units, so we are going to use mini splits. Again, I mentioned we're going to do all brand new siding, all brand new windows, which is fairly expensive, really expensive actually. Going to do a brand new roof, and again, just a lot of the landscaping and junk removal out here. That'll obviously go a long way. Drop a comment and let me know what you think that my rehab is going to be on this, and see how close you are to getting it right. At the end of the video, I will reveal how much I'm buying this for, how much I plan to put into it, and how much it should be worth. So this one right here, hopefully it takes about 6 weeks to complete. And I think that would be a pretty good timeline for this, just considering how much work is needed. But let's go, let's get it purchased, and let's get moving on it. Uh-oh.
Okay, yeah. So I have your refund of fees there. This is your sign there.
All right, so we just wrapped up closing here at the title company, and it's a fairly smooth process. So now we are on to property number 20 for the portfolio. One step closer, and super excited to get this project started, and excited to show the before and afters for you guys. So stay tuned on that, and yeah, let's keep it going. I'm gonna get into the numbers. So the fun part of things, actually knowing like what I paid for things, what I'm putting into it, and giving you a full breakdown. So I'm going to be showing a screenshot of the settlement statement, and that's what you look at when you close on a property to just know the breakdown of all your costs. And so if you see on the settlement statement, it says that we bought the property for $50,000. We actually bought it for $60,000. The reason it says $50,000 is because we bought this property from a wholesaler, somebody that found the property and sold the contract to me. And so 50,000 is what it says for the sale price of the property, and our total loan amount is $100,000. And that's because on this property, I'm actually putting down money. So I put down 20% of the purchase on the property. So the loan amount is really, we'll see at the bottom of the page like how much I invested, but I need to pay off $100,000 when I go to refinance this property. So deposit, that's my earnest money that I put in, $1,500. I get that back as a credit. And then you can see on the left-hand side all of the different charges for the property. And so there was an appraisal done on the property. Sometimes that's not always the case if you're buying properties hard money or private money. Sometimes they just do their own appraisal. In this case, I was using a local bank, and you can see the bank that I actually used there. So shout out to them, Valor Bank. And so they're funding $57,793 in rehab for the property. And it's a pretty big project, so there's a little bit of buffer there, but not a lot. Um, and so then the rest of the cost is just broken down between origination, that's the points the lender charges to start the loan. And honestly, this is a really good origination fee because a lot of hard money lenders, they'll charge like 3% origination of the total loan amount. And the total loan amount here was the $60,000 I purchased the property for, as well as the 57,000 to fix it up. So that's around 120 some thousand. So my origination going with a hard money lender or private money lender would have been like 3%. So 3% of that, I mean, let's just do the math, right? $3,510. And so that would have just been pretty much right to the lender. That doesn't go to anything else other than their pockets. And that's kind of why I wanted to use and want to start using more of a local bank option or just other money that isn't as expensive. Because if you think about it, if I want to get to 100 properties and origination is around $3,000, $2,000, whatever, and then there's typically like other just junk fees. Let's just say that on average I'm spending $4,000 in just lender fees. I mean, over 100 properties, that's a lot of properties. It's $400,000 in money going to lenders, and that's just in their fees. That's not even the rest of the closing costs. So let's keep looking at the rest of this here. So I did look at all of my cost breakdown on this, and I used ChatGPT to do it. I just felt too lazy to add it all up. But aside from my construction holdback to Valor, just my closing cost here, even with discounted origination points, comes out to $4,950. And so, um, yeah, if we go down to the bottom, we can see the assignment fee, and then we can see the totals on everything. $122,743. And so this number is the number that I need to know because ultimately I need to pay this amount back. One for myself based on what I invested, which as you can see is down here, due from buyer, $20,838. So I want to get my money back. The way I'm going to do that is, again, fix it up, get a new value, refinance into another loan, and typically you can pull out 75% cash out of the loan. I may be able to do 80%. Not a lot of lenders do that, but you may be able to pull out, depending on your lender, 80% of that new value once the property's fixed up. So just to be conservative, I'm looking at about 75% of that value to pull out. I'm expecting the property to be worth around 165,000 by the time it's all said and done. It's gonna have pretty much new everything. And so based on that math, 75% of 165 is 123,750. As you guys just saw, I invested, total amount here is 122,743. So there's not really a huge gap there between what I would get back. I probably actually wouldn't get anything back. Um, like I would get my investment back, but I'd actually still be out of pocket a little bit, because there's still closing costs when you refinance. There's still um, origination fees. And so let's just say that's a little bit cheaper than when I bought it, because I might not have to spend as much with like certain fees like the abstract and things like that. Let's just say it's $2,000, right? Minus 2,000, then I would get back 121,750, and that's around $1,000 less than what my total loan amount here is, which still isn't bad, because that would mean I pretty much got all my money back except for $1,000. If everything goes to plan, the value comes back good. So I would get pretty much the whole property for $1,000. However, if I did 80% and I was able to cash that out, then I wouldn't have to bring any money to close. And even if I didn't cash out and get money back, I could still refinance into that loan, get no money back, and not have to bring any money to close. So I may do that, I may not. With 80%, I'm going to have a higher monthly payment. I'm going to have more of a loan that I need to pay off. And that's not necessarily maybe a bad thing. It might just be a decision I have to make of, do I want, you know, more debt and not to come out of pocket now, but have to deal with having this loan paid off, in the future, quicker. It's just kind of a pro and con situation. But, when I'm evaluating this, I don't want my loan amount to be super over leveraged. I do want to have a healthy amount of equity in these properties, because, again, if I ever get into a situation where something happens or I need to sell, I don't want to be maxed out where, I have all these properties that are 80% or whatever. And, by the time you sell it, then now you have realtor commissions, now you have inspections, now you have X, Y, and Z. And it can be a nightmare if you have just so many properties where you don't have a healthy amount of buffer and equity. So, anyway, that is really the breakdown on things. Hope that helps a little bit, or if you've never seen a settlement statement or kind of gone through that before, hope that helps and shed some light and give some clarity. Appreciate you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.